All right, boys. Match week 35 is coming up. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. This is the implosion of Manchester City. It's coming this weekend. Are we right? Yeah, we on this hype train?
I'm with you.
Manchester City just falling apart. Wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. Down below that, Sean. He supports Tottenham. Across from me over there is Brad. He supports Chelsea. You guys ready for some football this weekend?
Yeah.
Should be a good one, I think. Couple good matches here and there. I'm pretty excited. I think
decent.
Obviously you guys are as well. I can see it on your face. The people on the podcast could hear it.
They could. All the excitement in our voice, right?
Yes, absolutely. So before we get to what was up, Sean?
I was just going down this Brighton rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They've got some stuff going on. We're gonna get into here.
I was doing podcast research on the podcast, so
yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it happens. Like Brad just does Brad things all the time too. So I know it's like the blind leading the blind here. But before we get to
statistician here, that's what my job is.
Wow. Did you offer him that position, Sean?
No, that's me.
I'm the creator of Red Card Radio, so whatever position I want, I get.
I'm the correct statistician. You are a statistician. I am the correct stat giver.
I will give you the fact that I think that you sent the first message that said something along the lines of "We should do a podcast, Brad."
And then I also sent the name of the podcast too.
That your wife came up with.
Yep. But in the eyes of the law, we are one and the same.
Okay. All right. We're moving on. Before we get too deep, hit us with a subscribe, ring the Sug notification bell. If you're on the podcast site, follow, 5-star, rate, review, all those things. If you want to have us interact with you, drop a comment down below and we will read that out next week. 5-star reviews on Apple will get Brad's undying love and affection from the creator of Red Card Radio. That should go on his Twitter handle. You guys know how my Twitter handle says lead host? It should. Brad should put creator of Red Card Radio in his Twitter handle. See how well that goes for him. So games this week. We're kicking off Saturday. We've got Leeds hosting Newcastle, Southampton hosting Fulham, Chelsea hosting Forest, Villa Spurs. At Old Trafford is Manchester United and Wolves, and then Palace Bournemouth round out Saturday. On Sunday we've got Everton City. That's the big one. Brentford and West Ham. And then Arsenal, Brighton. Monday is Leicester City Football Club against Liverpool. And then just a quick note for you guys. Midweek next Thursday is actually Newcastle, Brighton. And this is going to fold in well because Sean has been crunching the numbers. He's been doing the math about Brighton. So we're just going to kick off. Our conversation is going to start with Brighton.
Yeah. It's only interesting because they dropped so horrendously midweek to Everton. That's what started this little domino that what can take down a big domino. And the big domino is the fact that they have 2 games in hand and are sitting in 7th, which they could be
fifth.
They could be knocking on the door at 5th with 2 wins. The problem is that they had match congestion with Arsenal. And that's what I was looking at is who were their natural games and who were their makeup games. So their makeup games are against Newcastle. I'm assuming just the midweek, so their makeup games. Probably. It's Newcastle and Man City. And so they closed the season. They beat United. Tough game.
Big game.
Then they get absolutely housed by Everton midweek.
Shellacked.
Because they're tired. And I am just noticing that we had midweek fixtures the week before because they just lost. They just lost on the weekend prior to an FA Cup semifinal. So they went FA Cup semifinal in penalties to a midweek Forest win, 3-1. Then took their frustration out, beat Wolves 6-0. Pulled it back together to Man U 1-0 at home went to Goodison 5-1. Now they go Arsenal away, Newcastle away, Southampton at home, City at home, and then Villa away to finish. They might not score another point other than Southampton.
Oh, no. They're going to get 3.
I don't know.
They're going to beat City.
Okay. So they might not get 6. They might get more than 6 points.
Yeah. 6 points in the bag. Southampton 6 points and City is 6 points.
So what Stradamus is formulating is that they may open the door for Villa to finish 7th and Brighton misses out on Europe. And all of their games in hand, much like Burnley a year ago, mean nothing.
I forgot about Burnley.
Yeah, game in hand, turf more Sean.
I know that the last game. I think you're right. The last game being spicy, Villa versus Brighton, but I don't see it.
That could be for Europe.
Yeah, I don't see.
Well, I think the thing
is, also Brighton is interesting. I think the Sunday game is interesting.
Well, tell me, are they beating Arsenal away?
They can.
I'm asking. Will
impossible.
Will they beat Arsenal away?
No.
I think we're getting a reaction. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say 1-0.
Okay. So they beat Arsenal away. Can they then turn that around to midweek, go up to St. James and beat Newcastle?
That's tough.
Hold on. Time out. Why is that? Why is your reaction Newcastle is tough, but Arsenal is, they're going to get a reaction? What is this? This is absurd.
By my logic, Arsenal are pretty good this year. So Emirates are tough to play at.
But if you just got your butt beat by Everton 5-1, you don't think there's going to be a reaction there?
Sure, but
on Sunday.
Sure. I'm fine with that. But why?
Look,
why
I think all of these games are
over for Newcastle.
I didn't say roll over. I said it's tight. Like they could pick up all 15 points here.
Sure.
I think even the
10. I think anywhere between 8 and 10 is probably close to correct.
Where?
We got 6, right?
You're saying they're winning 3 and drawing 1.
Yeah, well, they're beating City, so that's 3. They're beating Southampton. That's 6.
I think they're beating Villa. They're beating Southampton. And then any of those 3 games.
They're beating City, guys. Come on. They're beating City. Get on the train.
Listen.
8 is actually 2 wins, 2 draws there.
You go Sunday at Arsenal.
Loss.
Thursday at Newcastle.
Don't care.
Southampton Sunday. And then Wednesday on a 1 day shorter. They've got a 2-day turnaround.
Oh, don't they go Newcastle then City?
No, it's Newcastle, Southampton, City, Villa.
Yeah, they've got Newcastle midweek. Midweek.
Oh, baby. They're going to be so warmed up and pumped up for that City match.
Look. Here's what I'm saying.
Because I'm saying even the Southampton game is dangerous because they're like, this is our only break. We need to take it easy.
Yeah, because they're going to be resting up players for City so they can beat City.
Because they just came off of Arsenal Newcastle in the same week.
True.
They're going to be resting up. And then also, not only did we just come off that, but we also go City Villa.
De Zerbi's going to punch Pep in the face, just right in the nose.
All right, so I think they have Southampton and Villa. I think that's 6 points there. I think getting 2 points from Arsenal, Newcastle, City is not crazy. Do I think it's difficult off the top 3 teams in the league? Yes, but I don't think it's crazy for Brighton.
You just said they're going to pick up 3 points at Arsenal this weekend, so
I said I think it could be 1-0. It could also be 1-2. I don't like
what 1-0 would also be Arsenal winning, and 1-2 would be Brighton winning. But Sean Stradamus has spoken.
Okay.
Brighton are finishing 8th.
Ooh.
Wow.
Where's Sean Stradamus putting Tottenham?
6th.
Ooh.
7th.
Right. I mean, if the only way that Tottenham finished 7th is if Brighton finish above them. Aston Villa, I don't see Villa catching Spurs, but
It's 3 points. It's 3 points. We have one error.
Yes, hold on. 3 points.
And the error is this weekend.
Who you guys have this? Oh, you guys have Villa this weekend.
Yes, that is the error. We have one error in the pocket.
Yeah, you guys beat or draw Villa, and it makes it very difficult for them to finish above you. So,
yeah.
All right. Brad is just on a Arsenal hate train this week. He is so sad to see Arsenal dominating as a Chelsea fan that he is just taking all of his
Angst,
all of
anger.
his feeling and pain out on Arsenal, claiming that they're going to lose against Brighton. But let's turn our attention to this Villa Spurs match, Sean. Let's you brought it up. So what's happening in this match?
I had a very natural, like college trained segue straight into it, and then you reset.
So I didn't realize that that's what we were doing. So it's all on. That's entirely on me. I 100% missed that.
Well, I looked, and once I said we have one F up, I clicked our schedule and realized we play Villa next, and I was like, which is this weekend? We have one screw up, and it's this weekend.
I'm usually so good about noticing that. I'm usually so good about noticing when you do that, because you do set me up like that a lot. And this is a glaring error on my behalf. How poorly I missed this.
That's why I had to point it out. But yes, we have one error left in the season.
And you think it's gonna be this weekend?
That we can. No, I hope not. I hope we put it away. Like, just get. Because then, if we win this weekend, we have two errors. Because we are, if I'm not mistaken, we have plenty of goals to spare.
You got 4 right now over Villa. I looked at that as well, and I misread it at first. I thought you guys were on 25 goals, but you guys are actually on 7.
Okay, yeah, I misread that too. Yeah, I thought we had plenty on goal differential. So we just that's still 4 is still a good amount.
But it's 4 goals plus whatever the margin of victory against Villa is, and 6 points. With 2 games to play, and the 2 games you play are Brentford and Leeds.
No, yes. So we have 2 errors.
Yeah.
We have 2 errors if we win. Now to keep 6th. I'm not even looking at Liverpool. Like, we might be able to catch them, we might not, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on keeping 6th.
Yeah, you won't catch Liverpool.
5 points in 3 games.
The thing that obviously needs to worry you is Brighton lurking. But to your point, Brighton have the top 3 teams in the league coming up out of 3 of their last 5 games. They have an exceedingly hard run-in compared to Spurs.
And the 8th team, and their Sunday midweek, like it's up and down and up and down, and they just 2 weeks ago played a FA Cup final to the brinks, to the penalties.
So they have 3, the number 1 team, the number 2 team, and the number 3 team in the division. They have a South Coast derby, and then they have someone directly competing with them for league position on the last match week. That's an exceptionally hard run-in.
That's why Sean Stradamus, unfortunately, I like Brighton, unfortunately, will finish 8th, because that is just it is beyond their control. That's beyond EPL's control. No one is in control of this. This is random.
So let's look at Villa's run-in as well, because Villa's run-in isn't easy. They've got Spurs this weekend, then they've got Liverpool at Anfield the weekend after, before they finish the season at Brighton. So it's entirely possible that Villa don't pick up any more points. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a world where Villa don't pick up any more points. And then Brighton, of course, would finish above them, because that's a tough run-in. I mean, all Brighton have to really do is beat Villa, if you think about it in that regard. Like obviously Villa have the ability to beat Spurs.
Yeah, well, mathematically, you just named it. Mathematically, if we win this weekend, the 6 points are away at Anfield and home against Brighton, who are going to be desperate at that point.
Yeah.
Who desperately want to finish 7th.
Well, if you guys beat Villa, there's no way Villa could catch you. I mean, technically,
realistically, there will be technically a way. They need to beat the brakes off of Liverpool and beat the brakes off of Brighton, and then we have to lose, or like we lose in great fashion.
Well, yeah. The thing is, the problem is that if you guys beat Villa and then were to go on to lose against Leeds on the last match day, that would be unforgivable. Though Leeds do probably need a result in that match, so maybe they're coming guns blazing in that game. It's kind of the interesting part of the season where we kind of look at these permutations and look at the battles that are taking place, look at the matches remaining, because there are quite a few positions on the table that are quite tight. Liverpool aren't out of the top 4 race yet. Manchester United, of course, if we look at their fixtures coming up, because they're only 1 point ahead. Now they have a game in hand on Liverpool, but United finish. Oh, that's Newcastle United. I want Manchester United. There we go. Wolves, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Fulham. So Wolves are desperate. Bournemouth are probably feeling pretty good about themselves. Chelsea, this is a big game for Chelsea, and they want to beat. Frank Lampard doesn't want to lose to Manchester United. And then Fulham, who knows what Fulham we're going to get on the last day of the week, last weekend of the season.
Yeah.
Liverpool, of course, finish with Leicester upcoming. Then they have Villa, and then they finish with Southampton on the last match week. That to me looks like 9 points, right? Like if I'm looking at the Liverpool that we've had recently, the Liverpool that's won 5 straight games, that looks like the Liverpool that's getting healthy. That looks like 9 points to me, right? If I look at United, that looks like 12 points. if I'm looking at theirs, that looks like 12 points. So I would be surprised if United slipped up here. But
we'll see. They just slipped up to both Brighton and they slipped up to West Ham. The West Ham loss is huge, and Brighton beat Man United.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and a draw to Tottenham that they had a 2-goal lead. Like
that's one of them. And Sevilla beat Man United. Like
we did bring this up about United. Is they've gotten injuries at the worst possible point in the season. Both of their main center backs are injured.
Yeah, that's
Luke Shaw starting at center back,
and David De Gea is shipping goals with errors.
Shipping goals. Amazon Prime that same day delivery.
Look, Lisandro Martinez went out in the Sevilla game, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so they lost that Sevilla game.
I think Varane went out.
Varane went out in the game too. Yeah, they both went out right back to back.
They won the semifinals on penalties, which is inexplicable 0-0. Other than that it's Brighton.
Yeah.
Then they give up 2 goals in the second half to Tottenham. They somehow beat Villa 1-0, and then they have just been Brighton 1-0, West Ham 1-0. Now they go into Wolves, who have been playing out of their coats.
Wolves are
out of.
Who have they beat? They beat Brentford. They lost to Leicester. They beat Palace. They lost to Brighton. They beat Villa. Now they have United. Like
they've scored a ton of points since their manager came in, and
True.
like their manager came in mid-season and was like, "We ain't going down."
Yeah,
and got to 40, and they should be. Yeah, mathematically they're good. Mathematically they're good.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
I mean,
this top 4 race is going to be top 6 race is going to be fun. I
mean, we're doing all these permutations, and what's going to happen is Liverpool are going to win out, United are going to win out, and Brighton are going to, like, you know what I mean? Like something it's going to be unremarkable here. Like we're talking about all these permutations, and it's going to end up being unremarkable. With the exception that City's going to lose to Everton, City's going to lose to Brighton, and then Arsenal's going to win the league. But this is the way. Don't sue me, Disney. But I'm really looking forward to that match. I think anything could happen in this Villa Spurs match. I know we haven't really addressed it specifically head on, but Unai Emery has this team playing exceedingly well. And it's at Villa Park. Spurs are up and down right now, I would say, in terms of their emotions and their what they're going for and things like that.
The things we have missed. are still lacking over the last like 3 or 4 years where we've had our offensive struggles other than Kane. Like the Kane essentially playing a 4-4-2 with Kane and Son. Like other than that combination, we have been offensively struggling to produce goals. And that's been the frustrating part.
Yeah.
And we have not directly addressed it, that we have no midfielder that can calmly select a pass.
Well, to be fair,
since Everton left.
Bentancur got injured. And since Bentancur has been injured.
But he's a defensive mid. So are we going to fully make him a 10 or even an 8? Like, are we going to make him an 8?
Well, yeah, I think he's been playing.
Yeah,
he's been playing an 8 for you guys.
He's been playing an 8, sure.
I mean, like, look at Arsenal. Like, we have one of the most prolific midfielders in the league this season in Martin Odegaard, and he's playing an 8. He's not playing a 10. So I don't know. I think missing Bentancur has been really, really detrimental to your season.
I did also see that his knee injury was worse than expected, and he is not expected back until close to middle of November.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's really bad news for Spurs.
Yeah, he's going to miss
that's like a third of the season.
A third of the season, yeah.
And by the time he's back, like match fit, will probably be close to like Boxing Day.
The match fit. Will probably be in end of winter. Like honestly,
like March.
If yeah.
No.
Like Boxing Day, he'll be.
If he's back at the end of November, he'll be match fit by January. Easy. Because he's going to go right back into the team. Like, unless Spurs make some signings this summer at central midfield, he's
the problem is we don't need to, because Basuma will be back over the summer. We've got Skip.
Skip seems like he's had a bit of a resurgence here in the last couple of weeks.
Skip's fine. I'm good with Skip.
We're right, but there's a new manager coming in.
Just hire
what
Ryan
role
Mason.
is that going to play in everything?
Just hire Ryan Mason.
I don't know if we should hire Ryan Mason, but I don't think I want Nagelsmann. Like they keep talking about this guy coming in. I don't want that guy.
Is there any specific reason?
Because he wasn't good at Bayern, and who's not good at Bayern?
This seems to me.
What do you mean?
I think he was good at Bayern.
Just because he was.
Yeah. Just because he got sacked doesn't mean he wasn't good. He got sacked mostly because they wanted to hire Tuchel. It seemed like.
Okay.
And they didn't want any of the other managerial carousel things to happen and Tuchel to go somewhere else. But
I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga. They won
the championship last year.
You know what? I don't like his face. How about that?
Okay, that's a perk. I don't like Jamie Vardy's face, so I'm with it. I
don't like his face. I don't know if I can look at it week in and week out.
Yeah, you got to watch those YouTube videos where they do the press conferences. Not fun.
Explaining why we lost. I got to look at his stupid face.
Oh man, you're already looking forward to the explaining why we lost.
That's the life of a Spurs fan, baby.
Okay, so now that we've circled off Villa Spurs twice, who's winning this match?
Spurs.
Okay, you're pretty confident. You're pretty confident about that.
Yeah, when Unai Emery was the coach of Arsenal, we did the double over him twice. So I'm very confident in beating Unai Emery.
All right. Well,
I had that one.
I had that one
locked and loaded. I was ready, baby. Let's go.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm taking.
I was ready for you to pin me.
All right. Well, I'm taking Villa now, and I'm taking an Emilio Martinez goal.
Clean sheet.
Somehow, Emmy's going to score a goal, and he's going to poo all over it. Can you imagine the celebrations against Tottenham? Oof, it'll be sweet. Brad, do Chelsea stand a chance against Forest this week?
Yeah, we'll be fine. We're getting the dub.
We'll be fine. Okay.
We're getting the dub.
Stand a chance, he says.
We're getting the dub.
Do you like the way I asked that question?
Yes, you do stand a chance against Forest, I'd imagine.
We're getting the dub.
And everyone tell me why Everton is going to beat the socks off of City.
Sean Dyche 442 masterclass.
Because they just beat the socks off of Brighton and nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. We're ready for it. We're ready for Everton.
The problem with Sean Dyche's 4-4-2 against City is the opposite of Tottenham. You guys remember how the robots
Tottenham's
can't
chaos.
compute? Yeah, Tottenham is chaos because we don't know what we're doing. The robots don't know what to do. 5-year-old could tell you what a 4-4-2 is going to do. So a robot absolutely can tell you what a 4-4-2 is going to do.
All right, I'll ask Patrick in the morning how Everton are going to line up and what their strategy is going to be against City.
Does he know it's a 4-4-2?
I don't think Patrick knows what a 4-4-2 is.
I'll clock it with Lottie, but I think it's going to be the same opinion there.
Pep's going to know. Pep's going to know.
I mean, yeah, there's no hope, but there is some hope, and I'm going to cling on to it. And the hope is the Toffees. They're going to do it. I'm not picking a score though. I refuse. Yeah, so these are the matches we got coming up. Again, Leeds, Newcastle, Southampton, Fulham, Chelsea, Forest, Villa, Spurs, United, Wolves, Palace, Bournemouth, Everton, City, Brentford, Arsenal, Brentford, West Ham, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Leicester City, Liverpool. This is what we got coming up this weekend. I think there's
Arsenal, Brighton, not Bournemouth. Arsenal, Brighton.
Yeah, Arsenal, Brighton. That's what I said. Who cares? Don't listen to me. Google it. It's there. But these are some good matches, I think, this weekend. I think if
Wait, you mean keep listening because it's Operation Trick Google.
Yeah, well,
this should be a good week of footy.
Yes. Operation Trick Google. Create a new YouTube account. Subscribe again. Just keep subscribing. Just keep doing it. Keep sharing it, and then we'll trick Google together. It'll be a jolly good time. Check out these games. Let us know what you watched in the comments. We'll talk about it next week. Hit us up on Twitter while you're watching the games because that's how we consume media. We'll be watching the games and looking at Twitter, so hit us up. That's at KSBradG. Down below, that's at Whiteheart_Sean. I'm at James Tiffany. Brad specifically enjoys the hate that you sent him. So
I love it.
Like when you're like, "Oh, you stupid American, you don't know anything." That really
his Twitter
tickles
beef.
his fancy. He's
I'm
all
in for
about
some Twitter beefs.
Check back next week. We will have a full round of episodes. Everything as normal next week as well. And then so make sure you do all those things. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for listening.